Great. Wonderful. And then go ahead and find a comfortable seat, sukhasana. Maybe you're using your pillow to lift your hips up a little bit, maybe folding the back of your mat over, but any way here that you can build a seat where we're going to move a little here in our sukhasana. So make sure that you're free to move, but also that you're comfortable and at ease in your seated position. And I see a few of you still kind of setting up your nest and getting yourself oriented. So as you do that, if you're already seated, go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And with your eyes closed, begin to connect with the breath just by bringing the concentration lightly in the direction of watching the breath and sensing the breath. Depending on how your body is feeling, it might be a nice opportunity to have a gentle sigh just to feel a little bit more at ease here at the beginning of practice. And perhaps just creating a little bit more space in the body by deepening the breath, but really gently and easy. Really more easily. Begin to bring your awareness, your attention to the center of your chest. There's not really a wrong or right destination, but just bringing your awareness gently here to the center of the chest, the area of the heart. And even if it's just imaginary, begin to cultivate a gentle experience here in the center of your chest of joy, of contentment. Maybe using the metaphor of sitting in front of the fire, completely at ease, really at peace. And feeling a gentle, soft joy and contentment here around the place that your heart is beating steadily and confidently. And if you get lost in the practice or find struggle in the practice, maybe you just return here gently in your mind's eye, reconnecting again and again with a sense of joy and contentment. And one more big deep breath here. And then begin to flutter the eyes open and start a circle with your body one direction. And just move the direction that comes most intuitively. And here, a little bit like stirring the pot. As you start to feel comfortable with this motion, begin to create a spiraling motion with the upper body. So imagining that you're moving here really from that place of contentment, from the center of the chest, and start to soften your shoulders into the circle and bow forward when you're front and lift the chest to the back when you're back. And be small or big depending on the state of the body, but starting to open up here across the chest and across between the shoulder blades. And then start to make this circle smaller and smaller still until it's just your head that's circling the same direction. And so the heart, the fire element, opens to the tongue. And in a healthful state, it enables us to communicate directly from the heart. Great. Come on back to the center. Inhale, offer your chest forward like cow. Exhale, melt back like cat, but keeping the intention of leading with the chest. Inhale, come on forward. Exhale, bow back, spread between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift and open forward. Exhale, rock back and lean back. Come on back to the center and start a circle the other direction. Again, maybe just first starting with the motion. Give your spine and your hips and your body the indication. And when you're ready, dive on in and make that circle really with your upper body, with your rib cage, with your shoulders. And see if on this side, with the familiarity of the movement and the contentment in your heart, see if you can lift your chest as you go back just a little bit more. So we may not have a clear understanding exactly of what opening the heart means, but certainly we can connect with opening the chest. And then again, make the circle smaller and smaller still until it's just your head circling a few times. So here, the neck, the throat, in the yogic tradition, Vishuddhi chakra, our ability to communicate and express, facilitating the heart's ability to taste all of the flavors of life with the tongue and to speak the truth from the heart. Good. Come on back to the center. Bring the palms together in prayer position. Turn the fingertips toward you, spreading through the elbows, and see if you can connect the tips of your fingers right to the center of the chest. So you're opening broad through the armpits, stretching across the elbows, and maybe gazing down toward the fingertips. And with this little connection between the tips of the fingers and the center of the chest, just one gentle return to a sense of joy and contentment here. And then lift that prayer position all the way over your head. Rest the fingertips down the back of the neck as if they could slide all the way down between the shoulder blades, and then press gently with your head backwards to lift through the front of the rib cage, almost as if you're also here kind of opening across the center of the chest, but feeling a stretch across that whole heart meridian from armpit to ring finger and pinky finger. Great. On an exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, sit up really nice and tall. Exhale, a gentle twist, leading with the shoulders, leading with the rib cage. One more deep breath here. And then look forward, extend your right arm out to the right, flip the palm up, and come up and over to the left for a side stretch, pressing that right knee gently down with your left hand. You can bring the gaze up under the right arm if that feels nice, kind of lifting the center of the chest up toward the heavens. And then lower the right hand to the left knee. Click your seat belt as we enter into fire, and inhale, cow, lift the heart through that tight little space. Exhale, cat. Inhale, lift the chest forward and up. Exhale, sink back and spread between the shoulder blades. Once again, inhale, lift forward. Great. Exhale, sink back. Good. Inhale, relax one hand to each knee and just take a deep breath here in the center, relaxing the body, relaxing the face. And then right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up really nice and tall. Exhale, twist the body open to the left. Inhale again, send the top of the head, the tips of the ears up. Exhale, open that left shoulder any amount more. Good. Look forward, extend your left arm, flip the palm and come up and over to the right. Making the arm gentle if that's better for the shoulder and the neck. And maybe looking up underneath the left arm to lift through the chest, to lift through the upper body. Place the left hand to the right knee, closing the space again. Inhale, lift the chest through the arms. Exhale, rock back and lean back 2 more times. Inhale. Easy to feel joy when life is easy. Exhale. Can we stay connected to contentment even when life is a little tight? Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, come on back. Beautiful. Come to the center, relax the hands again to their respective sides. Place the hands to the floor in front of you and come on down to your forearms if you're able. From there, flip the thumbs up toward the sky and replace your hands with your elbows so you feel a little row body here. Press the palms together in prayer position once again and tuck your head down in between your arms, maybe resting the forehead to the mat. Option to stay here and breathe in reverence of the fire element and your capacity toward joy and peace and contentment, or maybe slide those elbows gently forward in space, any amount. Let the head and the neck be really relaxed. One more nice deep breath wherever you have decided to be. And then gently make your way back to a seat. Feel the spine long and then crawl your way forward to your hands and your knees, Vidalasana. The wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And engaging with the breath here. Inhale, cow. Lift the head and tailbone here. Try to lead the movement with the heart. Exhale, cat. As if the center of the chest were guiding the whole ripple down the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Great. One more time. Inhale, cow, and maybe a gentle smile across the lips. Exhale, cat. Not to be weirdly happy, but come on back to a neutral spine just to be contently happy. Flip that right hand 180 degrees so the fingertips are facing you. Step the left foot out to the left, a familiar shape at this point. Press into the right hand and lift the left arm high to the sky. Then bend the left elbow, touch the left fingers to the front of the left shoulder. And here with the steadiness of the legs, just peel the chest open toward the sky. One more deep breath here, pressing into the pinky finger of your right hand. Exhale, touch the left hand down, spin your right hand forward, bring your left knee in, puppy dog pose. Keep the hips high over the knees and start to melt your arms forward, reaching them forward any amount. The hips, to the best of your ability, stay high over the knees, and as your arms reach and stretch forward, the heart melts and opens toward the mat. You might lengthen the throat, putting the chin to the mat, or maybe just resting the forehead. One more nice big deep breath here. And then gently make your way back out of that posture as gracefully as you can. Tuck the toes behind you, downward facing dog, a little short version here. Bend your knees a lot. Lift your heels a lot so that maybe your belly is connecting with your thighs. Then press down and forward through the hands, open through the armpits, and feel the center of the chest melt toward the mat. Breathe in, be reconnecting with that sensation of contentment, and breathing out any need to be anything other than exactly what you are right now. Good. On your next exhale, lower the knees down to the mat, untuck the toes, and then turn that left hand 180 degrees, fingers facing you. Step the right foot out to the right, hip level, legs straight. Press into the left hand and lift the right arm up. Bend the right elbow, touch the fingertips to the front of your shoulder, press through that left hand, especially the pinky, and peel your heart open any amount. What if opening your heart just meant your blood could circulate better in the body? One more nice deep breath here. And then touch the right hand down, spin the left hand forward, bring the right knee in, puppy dog again. Walk those hands forward, maybe finding a little bit more give and forgiveness through the center of the chest this time, using your palms for steadiness and feeling the chest melting toward the mat, melting toward the floor. What if opening your heart just meant that you allowed yourself to feel emotions when they come? One more deep breath here. And walk those hands back, tuck the toes once again, a little short downward facing dog with the knees super bent, heels lifted, maybe the belly's able to rest across the thighs so that the armpits can open, pressing into all 10 fingers and melting the chest down. Right. Inhale, glide forward. You might need to take a baby step back with your feet to find plank pose here. And on your next exhale, lower to your belly, maybe with the knees, maybe not, for Sphinx pose. Lengthen those legs long behind you and then come on up to your elbows. Elbows under the shoulders, 10 fingers spread wide. Keep the gaze soft, maybe at the front edge of your mat today. And as you press into the forearms, imagine beginning to glide the heart through the gateway of the arms. And as you feel the front of the chest open, can you imagine keeping an opening also through the back of the body between the shoulder blades so that that opening, that exposure is supported and steady and peaceful? One more nice big breath in here. And as you exhale, lower down, place your hands for cobra pose. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest as you lift toward a little baby cobra. And right at the end of the lift your chin. And then as you exhale, keep the chin lifted as you melt the chest back down to the mat and tuck that chin in again. We're going to dance that dance a few times. Inhale, lift, keeping the chin close to the chest and then lifting the chin at the end. And exhale, lower down 2 more times like that. Inhale, as if the upper body is kind of starting to dance like a flame. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, Glide up, creating a wave through the upper body like a dancing flame. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Press back to your hands and knees. Big toes touch, knees wide, child's pose. Sit yourself all the way back. The elbows can relax for a moment down to the mat. Excuse me. As you elongate your exhale, just feeling the center of the chest kind of softening down toward the mat. And then gaze between the hands and step one paw print backwards with your hands so you can thread the right arm under the left, bringing the right shoulder and the side of the head down to the mat. And once you find your landing place here, again, maybe gently elongating an exhale or two. Create a little bit more opening through the back of the arm, the back of the shoulder blade. And then inhale, come on back to the center and go on to the other side directly. So sliding that left arm under the right, land the left shoulder, the side of the head. And softening with each exhale, creating a little more space for the energy of fire, the energy of the heart to flow. Beautiful. Come on back to the center. Glide forward to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes behind you. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take one round of breath here, just feeling a gentle stretch through the whole body, and then soften the knees. Walk your hands backward to your feet until you're in a wide-legged Uttanasana at the back of your mat. Another familiar dance here. Inhale, bend your left knee, lift the right arm high to the sky. Exhale, simply touch down. Inhale, left arm lifts, right knee bends. Exhale, touch down, relax the head. We're going to add to the choreography. Inhale, roll up through the spine, bringing your arms all the way up toward the sky with you. As you exhale, draw the elbows down toward the hips as you lift the chest up and maybe a little back. Inhale, lift the arms high. And as you exhale, prayer position as you dive right back over the legs. We'll dance that a few times. Inhale, right arm lifts to the sky. Exhale, touch down, relax the head. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, touch down, soften the knees. Inhale, roll to stand. All the way up, arms come with you. Exhale, elbows to hips, lift the center of the chest, maybe even looking up toward the ceiling or the sky. Inhale, lift the arms again. Exhale, prayer position as we dive once more. Inhale, right arm lifts, left knee bends. Exhale, touch down. Beautiful. Inhale, left arm lifts, right knee bends. Exhale, touch down, relax the head. Inhale, roll to stand all the way up. Bring those arms with you. Exhale, elbows to hips. Expose the front of the body, the chest, the heart. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, prayer position as you dive over. Pause there for a minute. Feel the beating of your heart in your chest. And then walk the hands forward to find your downward facing dog once again. Take a breath here to find a gentle steadiness, a contentment with how it feels and what you've chosen. And then lift the right leg high to the sky, bend the knee, letting the heel fall toward the bum. And then look under your right arm so the whole upper body is twisting up and open to the right, with the right hip, with the right leg. One more big deep breath here. And touch that right foot down. Have a soft breath. And when you're ready, left leg flies. Lift it up and back. Let the heel fall, bending the knee, open the hip, and then look under your left arm like you're looking under a bridge, opening through the chest, opening through the armpit. One more nice big deep breath here. Exhale, touch the left foot down. Inhale once again. And as you exhale, lower the knees down to the mat and untuck your toes. Thread the needle. Lift that right hand once again and just slide it under the left, lowering the shoulder and the right side of the head. Stay here and enjoy a few breaths, or lift the left arm up to the sky and drape it across your low back. If the left arm is doing the half bind, press gently with the outer edge of the right arm to peel the left shoulder open. One more deep breath here. Touch the left hand down if it's not already. Come on back to the center. Take a step forward with your right foot outside your right hand. Let the hips shift forward into a low lunge and take one step forward with your hands. Press into the hands to lift the center of the chest and invite the hips to sink as the anchor for your expression of fire. And then press into the palms and see if you can explore a little bit of cat and cow with the upper back. Trying to keep the hips down as you find a little wave front and back through the center of the chest here. Beautiful. That's the way. The next time the chest is moving forward, pause there. Bring the right hand to the inner edge of the right thigh. Press that right thigh gently out to the right and just spin your chest open to the right to follow. The hips continue to sink. The chest is spinning up and open. Great. And then place the right hand to the mat, draw the right knee back to join the left. Adjust your base in any way you need, and maybe a little sway to organize the energy of the body, returning to a sensation of joy and contentment. And then thread that left arm under the right, left shoulder and the side of the head resting down. Once again, feel free to stay here or lift the right arm up, drape it across the low back, and then press into the outer edge of the left arm to peel the right shoulder up and open. The energy of fire and expansive energy, as if the expansion happens by itself without force. Great. Place that right hand back to the mat. Come on up to your hands and knees. Step your left foot forward outside your left hand. And then as the hips glide forward, take one paw print forward with the hands. Lift the chest gently. Let the hips sink. And then see if you can find a little bit of cat and cow through the upper body, pressing into the palms, doing your best to keep the hips melting and sinking down toward the mat. Great. The next time the heart lifts, bring the left hand to the left inner thigh. Give a little push outward to that left leg so you can spin the chest up and open, maybe even lifting the gaze as the chest spins up and open. A big deep breath here. Place the left hand down, bring the left knee back to join the right. And again, maybe just a little sway to coordinate the energy of the body. And then tuck the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, feeling the armpits open and the chest melting. Look between the hands and bring your feet forward in whatever way feels good to you. Inhale, lead with your heart as you rise to stand. Lead with the heart as you come into this taller interaction with life. And as you drop the arms, grasp the fingers together behind the back, step the feet about hip width distance apart just for more steadiness. And today, unlike the humility of metal, although we never lose our humility, lengthen those arms and just lift through the chest as if you're celebrating life, enjoying everything about it, the good, the bad, the difficult, all of it. And then soften the knees, fold at the hips, fold your way forward as the head relaxes, maybe lifting the arms away from the back. Be shifting the weight a little bit side to side here. And then lower the thumbs back toward the sacrum, keeping the fingers crossed together again. Lead with the heart, rising all the way to stand, all the way up. Release the fingers at the top. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Bend the right elbow, bringing the right hand down between the shoulder blades, and lift the left hand to grab the right elbow. So kind of like a half Gomukhasana situation with the arms. Soften the knees and reach back with your left leg to find a high lunge on the right side. Keeping the arms as they are, feel the steadiness of the legs. And on your next exhale, lower the back heel, open the hips, Virabhadrasana 2, with an interesting arm situation, maybe like a little flame up overhead. Inhale and exhale here. And then as you inhale next, just like humble warrior, draw the right elbow back in space, lifting through the chest. Guide that motion with your left hand. It might be a small one. Great. Lift your chest. Open through the chest. Beautiful. Inhale back to the center. Open the arms so that both hands are behind the head like you're sunbathing, because that's what we would do in summer. And then reach the right elbow toward the right thigh for a side angle pose in a sunbathing situation. The right elbow might touch the top of the right thigh. It might come a little bit inside. If you can find that connection, push with your right elbow to lift the left elbow higher toward the sky, opening through the chest, opening across the heart. Feel the warmth of your efforts. Inhale, rise, straighten both legs, and once again reverse. Keeping the hands just as they are, lift that right elbow up toward the sky as if you're airing out that right armpit. But now we know that's where the rose of the heart meridian begins to blossom outward. So breathe into it, a gentle smile across the face perhaps. Good. Inhale to the center, reach both arms out to the sides. Soften your right knee and cartwheel the hands around the front foot, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, look between the hands and move the feet forward once again to Uttanasana. Lead with your heart as you rise to stand all the way up. Exhale, grasp the fingers behind the back, trying to put the opposite pinky on top this time. Separate the feet if they're not already. Lengthen the arms behind you and unabashedly expose the front of your chest. Maybe look up, and if you haven't done it yet, maybe just try to smile a little bit, not to brush anything away, but to enjoy the ride. Soften the knees, fold at the hips, and come on forward once again. Relax the head, maybe lifting the arms up and away from the spine, keeping the weight gently toward the balls of the feet, and maybe shifting the weight a little bit right and left. Right and left. Come on back to the center, thumbs to the sacrum, lead with your heart. Glide on up to a standing position. Release the arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bend the left elbow, reach the left hand between the shoulder blades, and reach the right hand to grab a hold of that left elbow, drawing it toward the center. Soften the knees. A big reach back with the right leg, high lunge, staying high, lifting the body gently like a flame. Exhale, warrior two. Keep the arms. Find your steadiness. Soften your face and relax your tongue. Inhale, humble warrior. Use the right hand to guide the left elbow up and back in space, but keep diving forward with that left knee. Good. Inhale to the center, spread the arms, sunbathing pose with the hands. That's a classical posture for sure. And then as you're sunbathing and enjoying the expansiveness of summer, dip that left elbow down toward the left thigh, maybe gently inside. Always an option just to release the left arm, elbow to thigh. Wherever you are, can you spin the center of the chest up toward the ceiling, the heavens, up above you. Inhale back to the center, straighten both legs, and then lift the left elbow up toward the sky, reverse triangle pose. Still sunbathing, enjoying the height of the sun, the warmth of the life-giving flame, lifting through the chest. Breathing easy. Inhale, come to the center, stretch the arms out, soften the left knee, cartwheel the hands down around the front foot, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. A deep inhale here, maybe pressing a little more with the hands to open through the armpits. Exhale, glide forward to a high push-up position. Inhale once again here. Exhale, lower to your belly in any way you like. Once you're down, keep the left hand and reach the right arm out to the right at shoulder height. Once you're there, press into the left hand and roll onto the right side of the body, keeping the whole body and the head really relaxed. Option, of course, to bend that left knee, maybe sweep the left leg a little bit back behind you. But make an effort here to keep that right hand really nice and active behind you as you breathe into the front of the chest and the front of the right shoulder. One more inhale here. As you exhale, come on back to the belly. Place the right palm to join the left and then extend both arms alongside the body. Flip the palms to face the mat. Mermaid pose. Press into the palms. Lift the left leg as you bend the right knee and see if you can prop that long left leg up onto the sole of the right foot. Once you've got the hang of it, See if you can press into the hands a little bit more, and maybe that foot can find its way all the way up to the left thigh. You can kiss your mat, or you can extend the chin if that's okay for the neck, and maybe even grasping the fingers once again behind the back if you've got your balance. Maybe not today, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or in a few years. But the contentment of fire helps us to be patient and allowing things to arrive. One more deep breath here. And then lower the arms if they're lifted. Lower the legs together. Have a little sway of your bum, right and left and right and left. And then place the palms next to your chest. Extend the left arm out to the left, palm down at shoulder height, and roll on over to the left side of your body. Feel free to stay here, feeling the left pinky finger really connected to the floor, or sweeping that right leg gently back behind you, bending the knee. Have two more deep breaths here. Nice moment to reconnect to the joy of discovery, a sense of contentment. And then roll on back to your belly. Bring the left palm in, extend both arms by the side, and flip those palms down. When you're ready, bend the left knee, lift the right leg, and make a little kickstand with your left foot for that right leg. And then once you've got the hang of it on this side, maybe lifting a little bit higher. Again, maybe trying to grasp the fingers behind the back. But as you feel a little bit more emphasis across the center of the chest here, up into the upper body, can you keep the breath soft, facilitating the heart's ability to stay open, keep the blood circulating, keep us filtering healthfully all of the experiences of life, and then lower the legs gently and gracefully. Again, a little shift of the bum, right and left, right and left. Place the palms by the rib cage and push your way all the way back to a child's pose again. Big toes together, knees really nice and wide, and allow the body to melt down and forward here, forehead on the mat. As you take your next inhale, maybe just contemplating, what if the origin of all really is love? What if I really could be content with whatever is present in my life? And what if I could joyfully embrace when something needs to change? Great. Look between the hands, glide to your hands and your knees, and bring the knees a little closer together, Bidalasana here. When you're ready, lower yourself down onto your forearms, setting up for dolphin here. And with your elbows right under the shoulders, then bring your hands together and grasp the fingers together once again. Tuck the toes behind you, press into the forearms, and lift that bum high. As you lift the bum, can you press into the arms? And again, imagine opening the armpits really nice and wide, maybe tippy toeing the toes a little closer to the elbows, relaxing the head down. If you're feeling playful and a lot of joy in this exploration, maybe lifting one leg, lifting the other leg. One more deep breath here, really opening through the backs of the arms. One day, maybe even an arm balance here, and then gently lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Come on back up to the hands. Tuck the toes and just reach into a very gentle downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Step your right foot outside the right hand once again, lowering the back knee and lengthening the back foot. Feel free to stay here and enjoy, or press into the left hand to lift the right arm up. Bend the back knee and reach back with your right hand to see if you can connect right hand to the outer edge of your left foot. Let the hips sink here, and then kick gently back in space with your left foot to open the chest toward the right and up any amount. If you feel comfortable to toss the head back, exposing the heart, the front of the body, just make sure the tongue is soft, the breath is honest, and maybe there's a gentle smile across your face. One more deep breath here. Great. Release the connection. If you've got it, place the right hand, tuck your back toes, and return to downward facing dog just for a soft breath. And then look forward and step that left foot forward outside the left hand. Lower the back knee, lengthen the back foot, and feel free to stay. Or press into the right hand, lift the left arm up. Bend the right knee, reach back with that left hand and see if you can connect. Once you've connected in some way, even if it's not a real connection, staying connected to the joy and contentment of your exploration, kick that right foot back in space to peel the chest open. One or two more deep breaths. Can the hips sink? Can you lift through your heart? Can you relax your face? Let the heart do its job. Great. Lower the left hand. Tuck those back toes, downward facing dog. Just a sweet, simple inhale here. And as you exhale, look between the hands, walk the feet forward to Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Again, leading with the heart. Inhale, come all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale the arms by the sides. Dancer pose, Natarajasana. Root into the left leg, bend the right knee, reaching back with the right hand for the instep of the right foot. Try to be sure that the thumb of the right hand is in line with the big toe of the right foot so that the arm is externally rotating to grab the foot. Lift the left arm up overhead. Keep your eyes steadily gazing at something in front of you. And when you're ready, kick that right foot back into the right hand to begin lifting that leg up any amount. Imagine your body making the shape of a dancing flame as you continually lift the left arm high to the sky. And just for today, kick to the point where you feel a natural resistance in your legs, and then lift your heart as much as you can, a gentle smile across the face, and breathe at least one more time. And then gracefully unfold, plant both feet, relax the body, and a little personal boogie here. I'm not kidding, just boogie. Shake your hips, shake your shoulders, do a little personal dance. Dancer's pose deserves to have an actual dance somewhere in there. We don't usually get to do that, so joyfully just let your flame really kind of flicker and go. And then when you're ready, compose yourself and come on back to the top of your mat. And we'll try the other side. Plant into the right foot. And as you're creating this next shape, maybe just feel how your body feels after that little release. Reach back with your left hand to find the instep of your left foot. Lift the right arm high to the sky. Steady with your eyes as you kick back and up, kicking the left foot into the hand. And again, when you feel that point of natural resistance in the body, pause, breathe, and lift the center of the chest. Find that place, that lift, that flickering flame, returning us back to the real mind, the real wisdom, and then gracefully unwind that shape again. And here we go with a little collective dance. So I want you to walk 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then shake your hips. And then walk again, 2, 3, 4, and shake your hips. Oh yeah. And walk, 2, 3, 4, and shimmy your shoulders. And walk, 2, 3, 4, and shimmy. Woo! And walk, 2, 3, 4, and spiral something. And walk, 2, 3, 4, and spiral again. And walk, 2, 3, 4, and just bump or pump or do something like that. Then walk, 2, 3, 4, and bump or pump. Woohoo! Once again, walk, 2, 3, 4, shimmy anything you want because it feels good. Walk, 2, 3, 4, shimmy. Oh, and just set yourself free for a minute. Dance to your own tune. Move your body. Express yourself. Have a little fun. And when you're ready, come on back to the top of your mat and find an easy Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, offer your heart forward, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palms and step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the toes, and we're just gonna stand right up on our knees for Ustrasana, camel pose. So knees about hip width distance apart. Place your hands in the back pockets of your jeans. Press the hands into the low back to begin lifting through the chest. And as you're ready, lifting so much through the chest that the gaze lifts perhaps toward the ceiling. And just like you're bending backwards over a high fence, keep lifting the chest to move backwards, lifting the chest to move backwards. If you wish, you can reach one hand for a heel, the other hand for a heel, and then glide the hips forward so that you can continually lift through the chest. The head can fall back between the shoulders, or you can keep the gaze forward and watch how the flame of your heart rises and lifts. One more big deep breath. When you're ready, one hand to a hip, the other hand to a hip, the head is the last to arrive. Just sit your hips back to your heels, rest your palms to your thighs, close your eyes, and breathe deeply a few times. Return your mind's eye to the center of the chest. See if you can reconnect gently to the idea of contentment, of joy, even if it's just imaginary at first. Once again, rise to your knees, separate your feet, hands to the back pockets of your jeans, steady with the legs as you begin to lift through the center of the chest. I'm going to draw the inner thighs together for steadiness, lifting up and back, up and back, up and back. Maybe one hand to a heel, maybe the other hand to a heel, maybe not today. Being content with where we are, honestly, with love, lifting through the chest wherever you are, maybe dropping the head back, maybe not. And when you're ready, one hand to a hip, the other hand to a hip, the head, the last to arrive, and just have a sit back, rest the palms, and breathe a few deep breaths. We've got one last flicker of flame within us. So slide those hands forward and make your way to a high plank position. Bring the big toes to touch together and find Vashisthasana on the right side. As you're ready, step the left foot behind your right leg. Toes of the left foot connect to the ground. Wild thing. Lift your hips. Press into your feet and reach that left hand far behind you. Lift through the center of the chest. Offer your heart up to the heavens. Offer your real mind out to the world. One more big, deep breath here. And then return to a high plank, and we're going directly to the other side. Big toes together, Vashisthasana, left side, right toes touch down behind you. And once you've got your kickstand, you just let it all go. Press into the left hand, lift the hips, lift the chest, open through your heart, breathe there. Celebrate life as you toss your head back. And then come on back to your high plank. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, child's pose. One last time, separate the knees, soften back, and feel your chest melt toward the ground. Follow your breath here, and as you feel the body soften, as you feel a comfort return to the body, begin to lift your way up to a kneeling position. Shift your hips to one side or the other. Extend those legs out in front of you. Inchworm your hips forward, and a good time to grab your pillow so that it's by your side. And then one vertebrae at a time, an easy descent down to the ground. Bend the knees and keep the feet flat to the floor. And as you're ready, press into the tops of the shoulders and the bottoms of the feet, lifting toward a soft bridge pose. Grab a hold of your pillow, shimmy it under your hips. You might need to lift your heels a little bit, and then land your hips right back onto the pillow and flatten your feet for a supported bridge. The arms are relaxed by the sides of the body. The eyes can close here. The blood is rushing and flushing back to the heart, nourishing the Shen, nourishing our ability to filter all emotional experiences of life, nourishing the heart's ability to govern the rest of the body from a place of joy, from a place of peace, and from a place of contentment. Feel free to continue this posture if you're feeling very at home here. Option B is to lift the hips, slide the pillow back out, lower the hips down, and roll to one side of your body. Lift yourself to a gentle seat and then take the pillow short-wise, so the long edge of the pillow right up against the back of your hips. Keep the knees gently bent, and as you're ready, just roll yourself right up and over the pillow. Hopefully the shoulders and the head are falling off the top edge of the pillow, if that is okay for your shoulders and your neck. The arms, you find a choreography that works well for you, or spread them out at shoulder height, palms facing up. The legs, stay gently bent or lengthen them beneath you. Close the eyes and return to your breath. What if opening your heart simply meant that you moved through life from the wisdom of the heart rather than the chatter of the control tower? What if opening your heart simply meant that you loved yourself as much as you love everyone else? Throughout the week, feel free to stay as long as you like. For tonight, take one more big, deep breath in and out. Bend the knees to place the feet flat to the floor. And then very gracefully and mindfully find your way to one side of the body or the other, maybe still a little bit over the pillow. And from there, keeping the body soft, just rise up to any comfortable seat. Place the hands to the knees or the thighs and feel the spine elongating up off of the support of the hips. Then bring the palms together in prayer position once again. And once again, turn the fingertips to face the center of the chest, opening through the backs of the arms, connecting the fingertips. And we're going to close the practice singing Om 3 times together. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Breathing in. Relax the hands back into a neutral prayer position. Soften the face and soften the tongue. They say that Om is the sound that was emitted when life was created. And if that piece of infinity, in fact, resides within our heart, then singing the sound Om is always a return home to the wisdom of the heart. Take one more big, deep breath in and out. Welcome to your week of fire. Namaste.